Maybe for a sight gag for you, if you want, put the mask on backwards. Let me know what. Are you okay?
No. Put the mask on backwards. I can't breathe.
Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Andi here with Jim Bobby. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake reviews. Yes, it is not Thursday. We're well aware. We had a schedule change, as mentioned many times. But there's a few reasons why to stick with us. We make things fun. We don't throw fancy words like, I don't know, juxtaposition and mansi. You know, Jim Bobby, what other nonsense words you got?
I don't have any. Those were not words.
Yeah, so juxtaposition is a word. Come on now.
What's the other one?
It is an actual film term. I'm saying it wrong, but it's like masi ensign, something like that. I look it up. It's a thing. I learned it in film class, and I'm probably saying it wrong, but I passed that class. Don't forget to like, comment, and particularly subscribe so you're in the know. Again, we have a schedule change, but we're going to stay the same doing what we're doing. Not if the movie's good, shake if it's not so good. Either way, you should check it out because it might be your new favorite movie. Halloween ends.
What?
Yeah, so my review is going to be a little nonsensical. I'm going to say it right off the bat. It's not that great of a movie, but I actually did enjoy myself. I actually think this is the best out of the three that came out of the last couple of years. This one actually did something new, which I really appreciate. I just think the big problem was the characters didn't work. There were a lot of decisions. I was like, that's dumb. I think this would have made a bigger impact. So basically, spoilers. Basically, they introduce a new character, and he kind of takes the mantle of Michael Myers, for lack of a better word. And you see him dive into the evilness, which was new. Well, not really new, because Rob Zombie did it already. But it was different for this canon, and it wasn't, If you want to see Michael Myers killing everybody for every 20 seconds, you're not going to like this movie. It's very character-focused, which, again, I liked. I think the characters could have used a lot of work, but overall, I was like, you know what? This isn't... They didn't say Evil Dies Tonight, which was amazing, but out of all the three that came out, I think this was the best one. Because the other two, first one didn't do anything, second one sucked, and this one took a little bit of a swing and maybe a little bit of a miss, but overall I liked it.
Not even close for me.
What do you mean not even close?
Not even close. Like, me and you are on polar opposites of that spectrum. Number one, the whole canon thing, I am so sick of that. So sick of that because, anything you don't like about mistakes that you've made in the past, oh no, that's not canon. I'm just so done. I'm done. Well, I'm done with it.
I'm confused. So you don't like these three movies at
all?
I
didn't know. I don't remember how I reviewed the other two, but
you hated Halloween
Kills. The second one, Halloween Kills. I probably liked the first one, but I don't. This was so nonsensical, bro. Michael Myers is the killer. He's the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
To make him anything more or to take away that mystique, that's what you did in this movie. You took away all of the mystique to Michael Myers and blamed it on an inside evil that he is in control of him. It can't just be about a guy who is unstoppable and who is on a mission to kill his babysitter or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely go with it without completely going for it. It does explain without explaining.
It's awful. And then the first half of the movie felt like a completely different franchise.
To
Suggest that Halloween ends just because you threw Michael Myers in the meat grinder. Sorry, spoiler, but obviously the title tells you that it's going to end tonight.
Yes. Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight. But what I couldn't stand was the fact that nobody thought about the other guy who turned into Michael Myers for a minute. No one threw his body in the fucking grinder. So you could literally just extend this franchise further and be like, oh, guess what?
They will.
And yeah. And the only difference will be is it's no longer Michael Myers because there's no mystique.
I do think that this one kind of invalidates the other two. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like the other two don't even really matter.
You know what the problem is? Horror movies that like really try hard in the writing process to send a message about society always fail. Always.
I don't think
if you do what like George A. Romero did, George A. Romero did not make Dawn of the Dead saying, I'm going to make something about commercialism. No, he just wrote a good fucking movie and then people tied it and said, wow, this is about consumerism and shit like that. Like you tie that in. But he didn't go in saying, I need to tie it in like this.
I don't completely agree with that. I think there's a time and place for it. A guy wearing a mask that just kills people for the sake of killing people, you don't need this grounded, bigger message.
Well, that's what the last two movies tried to do with this one and the last one.
Yeah.
And that's what I can't stand. When you try, you see it. It's trying too hard.
My feeling is a lot of people aren't going to like this movie is because Michael Myers is not in it a lot at all. And
did he even make a single kill? Oh yeah, he made one kill.
Yeah, I think, which is a weird pattern. These big,
but you know what? I'll tell you what, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. I won't be a part of that crew who just don't like it because Michael Myers doesn't kill a lot. Because Season of the Witch is probably one of the best movies.
But I bet franchise. That is going to be a general theme of like, oh, Michael Myers, which I get. This is like his swan song, so like it's his last movie. He should be in it more. I don't know what it is with the supposed last movies that are just like, it's the last movie, he ain't gonna be in it. You got Jason, Jason Goes to Hell, he wasn't in it that much.
Yeah, but look at what happens.
What happens?
It's not the last one. They tell you it's the last one to get you in the... Freddy's not dead.
I think
he comes back.
Freddy?
Jason. Well, Jason, Freddy, they all had endings, and they all came back. And I don't have a problem with it. I love slasher flicks. Yeah. But don't just try to fucking get me in the seats by saying it's going to end. Give me a shit poor movie that has nothing to do with the character, and then just come back later on saying it's not canon.
I think they should have changed things a little bit with this movie. I think this should have been the second entry into the franchise. I don't think this is how they should have ended the franchise. I think this should have been Halloween Kills and then make a completely different Halloween Ends and make a different...
They should have just made it where it fucking turned midnight and he looks at his watch and he's like, all right, gotta go home. Halloween Ends. That's how I would have sold it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but I think if I were to watch it again, it isn't...
Get on board, bro!
It's not a... Listen, I'm not going to fight to the death about, my opinion of the movie. If someone goes like, you sucks and you're wrong, I'll be like, well, yeah, you're probably right.
What is this, water? Ugh.
But overall, I was into it. I think there was a lot of character work. I think Corey should have been introduced in the second movie or the first movie because it did just kind of go like, all right, you're in, go in. And they had to rush all that. And then it was a little too quick, and the characters really didn't... It was kind of more awkward.
Just the characters aren't believable, dude.
I think they should have...
The whole townspeople, none of them are believable.
Yeah. I think they should have just continued, and I know this would have messed up their whole Halloween plan. They should have just continued Jamie Lloyd's story from Halloween 4, where she killed or she stabbed the shit out of her mother, and she kind of became the Michael Myers figure. That's what I would have done, because that's kind of what, in a sense, was going on here. I don't know.
I just think that, when you try too hard, this is what you get. Unbelievable characters.
I mean, I really think...
that you need to sell that in the narrative, and they're just so unbelievable. Not relatable whatsoever. At all.
I do think they should do, when they make another one 2 years from now, they really should just go, you know what? put the guy in the mask, get him to kill people, money. You know, there's not really a science to it. I think I'll be like, all right, I've seen this 100 times. That's why I really wasn't crazy about Halloween 2018. Didn't really do anything. So
2018.
Yeah, that's when it came. No, that's when it came out, because there's Halloween, the first one, and there's Halloween 2018, I think.
Well, honestly, I think I was just so done with it because Rob Zombie took a giant dump all over him.
Yeah. So, real quick, we're gonna throw recommendations out because it's probably a 20-minute video already. Jim Bobby, what do you have for us?
I'm having so much difficulty with this.
I was having a hard time too, and I'm pretty sure
I got one, but it's only because I just watched it and I had so much fun watching it because it's such a bad movie.
Throw it out there, bro.
Steven Dorff, bro. The Gate.
Yeah, I watched
The Gate.
I watched that too recently, and I remember really liking that as a kid. And
oh my god, it's so bad.
This is not
so bad.
This is not a good movie.
Go watch it. It's fun.
It's an 80s
It's
staple.
fun. It's fun, bro.
So this is probably going to really nail the coffin on the head, put the nail in the coffin, whatever the phrase is, that people are like, man, Johnny just likes terrible movies. My recommendation is, to keep up with the theme, is Halloween Water. Halloween H2O, Halloween 20. That was the perfect ending to the story. First, second, I think Laurie Strode's arc was a lot better because she was distressed, she was still the victim, and then halfway she became the fighter. Halloween 2018, she was just Ellen Ripley in one movie,
and that's never what she was.
No, and she was never that character.
It was the addition of a loved one, a son in jeopardy,
exactly,
that pushed her to be that, like, but it's not, it's no longer, you know, good to be a mom, or apparently, you know, like, I don't know, it's so freaking weird.
I don't know what
they were trying to say. And like these movies, like, it makes no sense why people discredit Halloween H2O as a good movie. I mean, yeah, some of the CGI,
I think
the
because,
CGI mask was not good.
You know what I think it is?
And LL Cool J?
LL Cool J. It came around the time where Scream came out, and it felt like more of a Scream movie than a Halloween movie. It didn't help matters much that Scream 2 is literally in the movie Halloween. I think it's just the...
Wait, what?
There's this cameo. Someone's watching Scream 2 in Halloween H2O. I think it's just, if you watch all the Halloweens and then you watch Halloween 7, it does not feel like a Halloween movie. And I get that. Alrighty. This was a long one. Thank you for sticking with us. If you did, thank you for tuning in even a day later. Listen, it's a day later. We're here to party still. We got the masks.
That's really eating you up.
It is. You have no idea. It really is.
Maybe you should quit your job.
No. Mr. Cringing, we'll see you next Friday, where we review the terrifying...
You know what I'm going to do?
What? You're going to see it on Thursday?
I'm going to see it on Thursday, review it on Thursday, do my own nod or shake, so then you're late to the party, bro.
Oh, my God. I hate you. where we review the terrifying Black Adam. It's October, movie theaters. Get your shit straight. Release horror movies the whole month. Black Adam, in the middle of October. If it wasn't for that god-awful Terrifier 2 being in the AMC Palisades Mall, I would have had to watch Lyle Lyle Crocodile in the 7th of October. God damn you people. Thanks for cringing. Happy Halloween. Watch. Give me money.
Okay.